Hey everybody, welcome to the new YouTube channel for PR Consultants. We're going to provide content on this channel about investing in real estate in Puerto Rico. You'll learn about the tax incentives that the island has to offer and how to safely come and invest money in Puerto Rico. If those are the things that you're interested in, like this channel, subscribe, and don't forget to share the video. It really helps. Thanks. Hey everybody, look at this. 37,000 square foot, 7-story building in Los Piedras, Puerto Rico. We hope to buy this thing for somewhere around $1 million. They're asking 2.9. We think that we could convert it into 8 units per floor and bring in roughly $500,000 in revenue. There's actually a couple of houses on the back of the property on the same lots, so it could increase our revenues just a little bit. Maybe there could be a restaurant in there or something like that. Check out our video. Check us out at Facebook. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube. If we're able to convert this building, it's a big if we can buy it right, we could probably do 8 units per floor. So 7 floors, 8 units, 56 total. Roughly $700 a month, so just under $470,000 a year, $39,000 roughly a month. So we're going to need to do some negotiating in order to make the numbers work. 2.9 million plus a $2 million renovation just isn't going to be a high enough return for us. So they're asking 2.9. I think we need to be buying it a little bit lower. Maybe somewhere around $1 million, maybe 800,000. So we're going to meet with the sellers. We'll see where we can come to on this. My first impression walking through this building is, wow, this is a big project. This is a hard one to tackle, even for me. So I think this one's going to take a little bit of thinking and some time and effort to decide what's the best way to repurpose this property. Yes, so as you walk through the main door, we can walk straight out back into what is basically a covered parking. So looks like there's 6 or 7 parking spots. They said that the CEO had his spot with his name on it and he could step out of his car into his private elevator up to the top and be in his office without having to go through the main building. Pretty cool stuff. There are 2 working elevators in the property. What I see, it's just a lot of work. It needs a lot of cleanup. It needs, for our purposes, we are not interested in turning it back into office space. So this would be a transition into an apartment complex. Well, as you walk through, you can see that this building has been sitting empty for quite some time. The pigeons have taken over. This is an awful big birdhouse. As we walked up to the first floor and I came to the landing, I got in a little bit of a fight with the birds. They flew right at me, a couple of them. There's bird crap everywhere. So what stood out with this building as we were walking through it is that this is a really well built building. So one day, not in the too distant past, this was a very nice place. It was a really nice office. You can see as you walk through it that there were hundreds of people that came to work here every day. You can see that they cared about their building. They have very high-end finishings for an office. So it's nice to start with something that's that well built. What are the cons to this building? Just the massive amount of work that it's going to take in order to transition this from what it once was and what it is now to an apartment complex that, if we buy it right, can cash flow well for us and be the kind of property that we're interested in investing in. We're not interested in office most of the time, and we really feel like this building would be best served, its highest and best use would likely be some type of housing. So there are still some decisions to be made about that, but that's what I'm seeing so far as we go up flight after flight. It does get better, and you can see as you get up to the top, the guy really had a pretty posh place. He was pretty proud of his office space, and he must have had one heck of a business going. We've heard, actually, from the realtor as we've walked up the stairs that there's a helicopter pad on the roof. Yeah. The perfect deal would be $600,000. We'd literally run to the bank, write a check for it. We'd know we had a good deal. We're probably not going to get it that well. So if we can buy this property for somewhere close to $1 million, 800, 1.1, somewhere in there is the sweet spot. Depending on how high end we can go with the renovations and what we'll be able to get on the rents, those are things that we still need to figure out. But that 800 to 1 million, 1.1 million is a workable deal here, and that's what we'll be shooting with. We'll probably go in and offer them 600. Don't expect to get that. If we do, we'll make another video and we'll tell you that we did really well.